Who's dominating the hamburger? Seriously, it's an art? Andy Warhol was an influential American artist known for his contribution to the pop arts movement in the mid-20th century. Warhol arts often explored the relationship between artistic expression, culture, and advertisement. Warhol's impacts extended beyond arts. He was a filmmaker, author, and cultural figure. He passed away on February 22, 1987, leaving a lasting legacy in the art world. He gained fame for his iconic work such as the Campbell soup cans and Marilyn Monroe portraits. Warhol Studios, the factory, became a hub for avant-garde artists and celebrities. Andy Warhol, born on August 6, 1928 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His birth name was Andrew Warhola. His mom's name was Julia Warhola and his father's name Andrzej Warhola. He has three siblings and he was the youngest. Andy Warhola is a moody, panic attacks, and super shy. He got pulled out from school after he got slapped by a girl for 2 years. Even he wasn't at school, he at home sick to a nervous system disorder which caused his skin to change color and give him a fever. Interestingly, while he was at home sick, Andy started to listen to the radio, sketching and collecting lots of 8x10 glosses of movie stuff, a hobby later said helped define his career. He was especially obsessed with Shirley Temple. After graduating high school, Andy attended the School of Fine Arts at Carnegie Institute, now known as Carnegie Mellon University. Even though he appeared meek and quiet, Andy would apparently outperform the other students in his art class. For extra money, Andy brothers would sell produce from the back of a truck, while Andy would make quick portraits of customers for 20 cents a pop. In 1949, Andy exhibited in painting in the Pittsburgh Association of Artists, playfully called No Speaker. The actual title was "The Brat Give Me My Face But I Can Pick My Own Nose," but the jury couldn't decide if it was groundbreaking or just dreadful. In the end, it was rejected, but indeed earned some good street cred in the art world. Just before graduating, Andy considered becoming a high school art teacher. In fact, he put his resume in for a job in Indiana but didn't get a job. It was on the same year Andy's friends Philip Perlstein convinced him to move to New York. On his second day in the city, he snagged a commission for Glamour magazine. When the art director asked him what he would draw, Andy said, "I can draw anything." Hey, I like the confidence. It was also this time that Andy dropped the A of his given last name of Warhola when an article he illustrated made a typo and dropped it. Andy liked it, so he went with it, and quickly became one of the most sought-after commission artists in New York, with magazines such as Glamour, Vogue. This made him get a lot of contracts, awards, and a lot of cash. It was about right this time Julia decided to move to New York in his basement apartment. In 1957, Andy was doing so well, he started Andy Warhol Enterprises Incorporated. But as the fashion world went in the different directions, Andy's business empire started falling apart, and he scrambled to find more commissions to keep up his swanky lifestyle. But significant change was happening in the art world as things shifted away from abstract expressionism artists as Jasper Johns and Robert Rosenberg were now getting their chance to show in a big gallery, and Andy saw an opportunity. Andy 2.0 was not going to just be an illustrator, but an accomplished artist. His goal was to exhibit at Leo's Castelli Gallery, but he often had shows at the Secret Tree restaurant, which was also his favorite stop for frozen hot chocolate. Warhol was now a commercial artist by day and a painter by night. In 1969, his pop art painting advertisement was a college for ads for food, fitness, and facial surgery. But the real breakthrough happened at 1962 after Warhol painted two different Coke bottle paintings. One was more abstract and the other one simply had a clean design. He invited filmmaker Emil D'Antonio over to check them out. Emil simply tells him that the abstract one is a crap. The other one is remarkable. Here it comes, Andy's 60 era. It was this age Andy put a new persona through a makeover, complete with a leather jacket, jeans and sunglasses, ankle bones, messy wig. Well, I kinda like that. Now that he had the art world attention, he wanted to keep up his momentum, but wasn't sure what to do next. It was while hanging out with gallery owner Mario Leto that paid her $50 to tell him what should he paint next. Mario asked him one simple question. What do you love? Andy just answered with the words Campbell soup and money. Soon after the show, pop art's big artists such as Roy Lichtenstein and Clyde Oldenburg were leading the way and were infamously called the New Release. These artists were gathering ideas from pop culture, cars, comic, and celebrity, hence the term pop art. 1964, Warhol went for it and purchased a former factory on Union Square. He hired Billy Lynch to decorate the entire space in black and silver. Warhol then filled the walls of the factory with folks' food boxes resembling grocery store walls. It was in autumn of '64 that Warhol had a show called Flowers at the Musée d'Art Moderne de la Ville, Paris, where he filled the walls with over 400 paintings, surreal imaginary to the extreme. It was after these shows Warhol announced he was retiring from painting and going into film, but that retirement didn't last long. Warhol Film's career was the one of the most fascinating, bizarre, and highly controversial. Nevertheless, he definitely developed a cult following for his films, even won some awards. Unfortunately, in 1968, playwright Valerie Solanas walked into the factory and shot Warhol in a stunt to promote her new play. After 6 hours of surgery, Andy literally came back from that. Jumping around into the 1970s, Warhol found himself again in Paris at the opening of Centre Pompidou. Warhol returned home super inspired with a new energy and desire to paint. For years, Warhol pushed against abstract expressionism, but this time he decided to give it a go. He created what he calls oxidation paintings, where he tested chemical reactions using the acid in urine with a variety of metal paint. Warhol would have his assistant eat a bunch of vitamin B and tell them not to pee before they came into the factory. Just a year after, Warhol was commissioned to create a series of religious paintings, The Last Supper. Unfortunately, it was this time year that Warhol went in for gallbladder surgery. He had started to make a good recovery, however, due to irregular heartbeat, he died in his sleep at the hospital on February 22 at the young age of 58.